So, today we are going to discuss what are the most commonly acquired specialties for foreign doctors in the United States of America based on the yearly statistics published by the authorities. For this purpose, I've divided all the specialties into three categories. Category A has all the specialties in which you have a good chance of matching because there is an ever growing need of doctors in these specialties. Category B has the specialties which were previously easy to get into, but now they're getting difficult with time, but they're still somewhat matchable. Category C has what I call the dream specialties. As you can guess, these specialties are next to impossible to get, and it is very rare to get into such specialties for IMGs like us. But again, nothing is impossible, and if you really want to match into these, who am I to stop you for pursuing them, right? So let's first look at the easily available specialties. Category A. The first specialty that the international medical graduates most commonly match in is obviously internal medicine. Every year, more than 2,000 foreign doctors match into internal medicine. If you have decent scores, a relatively fresh year of graduation, and some US clinical experience, you have a really good chance of getting into internal medicine. The best thing about this specialty is the several career pathways you can choose once you get done with the internal medicine residency. You can further subspecialize like critical care, cardiology, or even GI, or you can simply continue your career as a hospitalist. You can also start your own private practice as a primary care provider, or you can join a primary care provider group. The possibilities are endless. Honestly, if you're still undecided about choosing a specialty, then internal medicine is your best bet. Let's move on to the next specialty, neurology. The scores and other requirements for neurology are somewhat similar to internal medicine, however, the spots available are much lower in number. The best thing about neurology is the intellectual stimulation you get from it. There are so much innovations happening in neurology, which makes it far superior to internal medicine in terms of academics. That's why most of the neuro programs are university programs. After you complete a neuro residency, you can also do fellowships in pain medicine, stroke, and much more. Next, we have pediatrics, which is very easy to match into nowadays. For the same profile, you get almost double the number of pediatrics interviews as compared to your friends in internal medicine. For example, if your friend has the same credentials as you, he'll get 8 interviews in internal medicine and you'll get 16 in pediatrics. The reason for this is that the compensation for pediatrics is slightly lower because children's health insurance is covered by Medicare, which is a governmental agency. Next, we have family medicine, which is one of my favorite specialties. Very easy working hours, good long-term relationship with patients and their families, and the satisfaction of making a difference in the community. It all makes family medicine very rewarding, at least for me, and you don't need a really high score to match in family medicine. Finally, we have pathology. It's also super easy to match into, but personally, I'm not a huge fan of pathology because there is zero patient interaction and you mostly spend your time in the lab. But if you're okay with that, then good news for you. There are so many unfilled residency spots in pathology every year. So these were the specialties where most IMGs match into. In the next video, we're going to talk about the specialties which used to be IMG friendly some times ago, but now they're hard to match into. But people still match in them, and yes, that includes general surgery. So that's it for today, guys. Stay tuned for the next video.